So we all make mistakes. Now, as a business person, you want to plan ahead so that when you do make a mistake, you know exactly what to do. So there's a great Winnie the Poohism. I remember reading to my kids in one of the books, and I can't remember who said it, I think Christopher Robin, and he's saying to Pooh, planning, and he talks about planning is what you do before you do it, so that when you do it, it's not all messed up. And it's the same in business, that if you plan ahead, you can be ready for pretty much anything that happens. We're all going to make mistakes. In my career, I've given many presentations, sometimes in front of thousands of people. And sometimes mistakes happen. Sometimes you flub a word or you forget a name. And to be able to recover with some sort of professionalism is everything. So I'm going to give you the recommendation that if you have a good thought ahead of time about what your reaction will be whenever you make a mistake, you have the ability to pull it off with relative grace. So here's the way that I do it. Now, you plan ahead what works for you. But let's say that you get somebody's name wrong. This is a fairly common mistake that you will do in business. There's just so many people that you're going to run into that sometimes you will get a name wrong. And it can be one of those situations where you get flustered and tongue-tied and you have the ability to make an awkward situation even more awkward. But the way that I do it is I have the same reaction almost every single time, and then I issue an immediate, heartfelt mea culpa. For those of you who don't speak Latin, that's just a more fancy way of saying my bad. So this is what I do. Let's say I'm in a situation and I meet somebody and I say, hey, Gary, it's good to see you again. And they correct me and they say, it's actually Greg. I do the same thing every time. And then I immediately say, I am so sorry, Greg. You know, it's been a long day, or I'm jet lagged, or I'm having a senior moment, whatever it is. You issue a heartfelt mea culpa and you move on. You move on with grace. So for me, and it's been something that my family always does, when we say something wrong and we're talkers, we do this same thing. I'm so sorry. I got that wrong. That's my bad. And you move on. So the faster you're able to do that and establish what you're comfortable with, and you do that every time you make a mistake, be it getting somebody's name wrong or something, you drop something during a presentation or you make a typo, whatever it is. So anyway, you practice that ahead of time. Again, plan ahead so that you're always professional, but know that life is not perfect. You know, if life were perfect, pencils would not have erasers.